And welcome everybody to BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Dan Ridenour, joined alongside Blake Schultz for Saturday Night Hockey. We got CJ Brown on the camera as well. Bowling Green looking to recover after a bit of a fumble from yesterday, losing here at home.
Yeah, it'll be definitely interesting to see here. This is my first hand seeing how Bowling Green can recover after a tough loss. The 8-0 loss, there is some big takeaways from it. Finding an identity offensively for Bowling Green is probably the biggest thing. Start to see some flashes of it near the end of the second and somewhat through the third. But probably the biggest takeaway is Mitch, their goalie for Bowling Green, having probably being the best player out there for Bowling Green.
Absolutely. Norkovicius last night was the star of the show. There is no doubt about that. Did everything in his power to keep it close. Unfortunately, the cards don't go your way at times, but we're going to see a little bit different action tonight starting for Bowling Green. We are going to have Riley Martin between the pipes, the Livonia native, going to be out there representing the orange and brown, so good to see him go out for that. And then also we're going to see, I believe Gutzman will be out there as well for Indiana. But the same thing with the Falcons is they will have their lineup the exact same as last night. They will just change the goaltender, Tim Whitehead, to get the backup again like he did yesterday. And then we'll have Riley Martin starting between the pipes as well. So that's what the goaltending situation looks like tonight for the Bowling Green Falcons. Yeah,
looking at the Bowling Green Falcons, they really need to reestablish some things offensively once again. Maybe pick up a little bit more in the interior defensively. There was just some things that were really shaky last night. I get that it's a tougher opponent, but there's still some learning curves there. But basically, there's a whole bunch to still looking forward to. My keys for the game for Bowling Green: find and establish their offense, protect the slot. Indiana really thrived last night on rebounds and second chance looks, and has thrived off that throughout the season. Capitalize on those special team plays. Power and play goals last night was not established. They were not able to capitalize on those power play goals and those penalties. They need to improve on that conversion rate, still sitting around a 12% conversion rate.
Well, absolutely. And the offense tonight for Bowling Green going to be where things start off, and we're going to see that as well. But a little bit of changes. Brackenbuck not in the lineup tonight, as he wasn't either on Friday. So seeing those lines, you know, him and Granica were playing a lot. But now we're seeing a little bit more of Granica and Bentley as a line for Bowling Green. Another cool thing for Bentley as well is he is clean shaven. If you have seen Owen in person, he has a big beard. Today he has decided to go without it, so he has shaved as well. Cool to see that. But also beyond it as well, we're going to see the defense step up for Bowling Green, but especially that offensive key like you were talking about, Blake. It's going to have to be huge, especially with the depth that Indiana has in goaltending.
Yeah, it's going to be huge for Bowling Green. Just trying to reestablish themselves once again. Probably the biggest thing is, for Indiana's sakes, is keep that high pace they had last night in those quick transitions. You can see players like Slavin, big name like Andrew Chambers last night to start the game within like the first 2 minutes, having the first goal and setting that pace early, swinging the momentum Indiana's way and just establishing that offense, and they did not let off the brakes last night.
Well, one man I want to talk about too, Grant Vogelsong of Indiana. I mean, coming into the weekend, he had played in 5 games and gotten a goal, but he was able to notch one yesterday as well, and we saw a lot of momentum that he was able to carry. We saw a lot of Vogelsong, and we saw a lot of Andrew Chambers and Ryan Burke as well.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting to see how fast Indiana was able to set up those 2-on-1s and those establish that front line for their offense. They really impressed me last night, from Slavin to everyone on the board. The majority, you can look up here who's got playing time for Indiana last night. See freshman, sophomore. Ian Burke, Andrew Chambers. Probably the oldest out of that group was, of course, Andrew Chambers and Ryan Burke. But all the rest have been majority freshmen stepping up for Indiana's offense.
Well, Chambers being a grad student, we've seen a lot of that as well. And then you look at it, too, they only have 2 seniors on their team, and they only have 5 juniors. So if you look at it, you have 8 upperclassmen, and then, like you were saying earlier, you have 9 freshmen, 12 sophomores, so a very young team for the defending national champions, which means the future is very bright if they continue the culture and they continue the way they're playing.
Yeah, the future is definitely bright for Indiana, but also for Bowling Green here. As you can see here, once again, Mitch last night having probably, even though there was 8 goals allowed, he was able to cover up the puck well, even though I want to say he was getting close to, 30, 40 shots on goal was directed right at Mitch. So he was able to find that puck, especially even late. Second period was probably the best out of Bowling Green's defense to say, even though they did allow 2 goals. But if Bowling Green can reestablish themselves and find a sense of offense on the interior, they did set up the perimeter sometimes last night, especially getting some looks near the end of the game in the third. But we'll see how the Bowling Green Falcons look tonight.
We sure will see how they can look tonight. Going to be a bit of a similar situation that we saw as to yesterday with these two teams, both Bowling Green and Indiana having identical lineups for the most part. The only thing BG has changed is goaltending. We'll see if there's a goaltending change as well for the Hoosiers, and a lot of excitement for them as well. Take a look at the football world being able to defeat Penn State in thrilling fashion.
Yeah, definitely looking over at the football world with those final 2 minutes coming in there for Bowling Green. It's defending home ice, staying aggressive, and converting efforts into results. Overall, finding that offense, finding that defense, and we'll see how we roll tonight.
Exactly. You know, it's not about the lack of chances, it's about the lack of execution on chances. That's Bowling Green's biggest issue. I mean, you're seeing Higgins move the puck. You're seeing Gobble get in there, moving it really well for the offense. Then you take it up, Granica and Schultz. I mean, those are 2 that stick out off the top of my head that are able to just get that one in. But overall, it's really going to start with them, and it's really going to start with, you know, taking it back and just trying to capitalize on those chances and getting it early.
Yeah, capitalizing on those chances. Looking game to look out for Indiana. Andrew Chambers is one of those guys that will capitalize on those chances. Coming out strong last night. I want to say he had 2-3 goals last night. Just established himself as the grad state transfer. Number 9, Andrew Chambers, look out for his number, along with Luke Slavin and, of course, Jack Trowbridge. I see him getting some more playing time tonight for Indiana.
Well, and we'll look forward to that with much more up to come, around 1:40 till we begin the second period. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back. This is none other than BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. And welcome back, everybody, to BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. So thank you so much for joining us, everybody. I'm Dan Ridenour, joined alongside Blake Schultz, and here we go. We're going to have Indiana in their all black. We're going to have Bowling Green in the white tonight for the uniforms that we roll along. The same home jerseys for Bowling Green that we have seen all year round. Indiana, though, going to be repping some different colors tonight, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, repping some different colors here tonight. We'll see how juiced everyone is, especially with the game ending around 2 a.m. last night. Not a whole bunch of time to recover there for both squads, especially with starting about the same rosters for both squads. We'll see how energized everyone is. We'll see how the depth chart and everything is looking for Indiana and for Bowling Green. We'll see how juiced these guys are and see what take Bowling Green makes at this game to reestablish an offense, reestablish the team in general, to get some energy going.
Well, hopefully they take advantage of the fact that at least they were able to sleep in their own bed, as Indiana would be at a hotel for this trip. So hopefully we can take advantage of that, and then obviously next year we'll go to Indiana, and that's kind of how it works around the T. Like, for example, we went to Louisville this year. Our junior year, we'll go back to Louisville, but they'll be at the slate next year. So that's what we will have. A lot of anticipation tonight. Going to see an interesting starting lineup as well. The Buffalo boy Anthony Higgins with Ryan Hoover and Mark Rudo. And then on defense, we're going to have Austin McMullen and Aiden Granica for your Falcons.
Yeah, that definitely is an interesting lineup for the Falcons. Maybe just some new setups, a new approach to the line, I guess. Just transitioning around a little bit. It'll be definitely interesting to see if having the experience from the night before can help them out any. I just want to see an offensive identity. I've banged on this last night, and I'm going to probably bang on it today in the first period, even if I don't see it for a single minute. Bowling Green has got to establish the offense some way or shape or form.
They really do, and that's a great way to have it. You know, you have 2 fifth years, 2 experienced veterans, and then a guy just going out like he owns the place from Buffalo and Higgins, and really the kind of guy that you want to have, especially on a first line with the experience and everything that he's able to bring to the table. But here we go, starting a little later than anticipated, 4:20. And now here you'll have it, machine head by Bush, just like it's a Columbus Blue Jackets game. And so now here we'll take a final look at the lineup again. We will have Riley Martin between the pipes for the BGSU Falcons. And then just like last night, we will have Nate Gutzman, who is going back at it again, undefeated this season in the 4 games that he has started for Indiana. Higgins to take the opening draw against Chambers. And we are underway here at the Slater Family Ice Arena. Puck went over to Hoover, but then taken right into the other way by Andrew Chambers. Right around into Bowling Green's defensive zone. Shot going to be taken there by Rock. Goes over to the far side. Rudo able to get it out to the neutral zone, though. Over to the BG bench. Going to be picked up by McMullen. Waiting for somewhere now on our near side. He'll choose cross ice. Goes right over to Hoover. Tips that one in and gets it into the zone. Bowling Green going to force the offense here, trying for it. Higgins and Rudo on the puck. Neutral zone, though, picked up by Chambers, going on the right side. He's got Rock with him, seeing what he can choose for it in front, and that's intercepted by McMullen, picked up by Rudo, and now we're underway the other direction. Waiting for it now. Looking for somewhere to go, and now going to have it back the other way. Conway now has the puck, going to be trying for something along here, and here you'll have it. Around a minute into the period, the first shot of it going to be gobbling in front for Gutzman, and then takes it back the other way. And here we will proceed. Indiana on another rush, just picked up by Gata and goes out. Updike able to get that one in as well. So now Gobble going to be chasing heavily on Grimes, waiting for something here. So now taking it back and moving. Looks like Bentley's going to be the one on there, going to be having it, and then goes right into the corner on that one. Bauermeister going to be chasing after. Bauermeister to Rosenberg in front. Goes right back, and another jab at it going to be going as Rosenberg, but not quite. So Bentley to pick it up. Has Rosenberg in the corner waiting after it. Now moving it back along will be Burke. Goes cross in front, and the shot going to be high. The attempt made by Byram. Updike has it on the far corner, waiting for something. He's going to get a change with Patton. We're going to see Kleinau, McLaughlin, Schultz, Kiesel, and Granica out there now for the line. Schultz going to pinch up, loses the puck going right behind him, so now here we'll go the other way. Schmidt loses it and then goes. Kiesel now with a bit of a rush. He's got McLaughlin on the far side, chasing right after that puck. So waiting through it again here, trying for something. 17:46 and counting left, and now here it goes. Down low in front, McMullen with possession, loses it. Indiana going to try to pick it up and not quite. And then they'll find it, but lost right back again. Kleinau looking to get a pass back and then not through. So here we'll go. Far side now going to be chasing after it will be Moore. And now McMullen in the corner waiting for something here. He's got Kiesel on him. McMullen will pick it back up. We've been seeing him pinch a lot today as a defenseman. Good to see that momentum going. So that one going right back. Quick pass over to McLaughlin from Granica. That will be behind the line, so they will rule an icing call. And that will be all she wrote. We're going to be heading to the opposite direction of the slate.
Yeah, you see Bowling Green is finding the zone here early, just trying to force some sort of offense for them as we establish here on this new face-off for Bowling Green.
17:06 on the period. Bowling Green going to be forced back into their own territory to try to establish something here. And so now we'll take it back. Going to be looking for a breakout as McLaughlin over to Amos. Loses the puck, regains it. Here comes Amos. He's got room, and no! The save made by Gutzman in the extracurriculars to go ahead.
Amos just gets it off the fling, creates an opportunity there. It looks like it was just one-on-one for a while, and then he just tries to sneak it there on his right-hand side, but was able to get it there.
Well, and he had some defensive pressure. You know, we talk about the Indiana defense. Takes that one away, and here we'll go. The draw for Ford over Amos. And now Indiana going to have the puck. Taking it the other way is going to be Ryan Burke. We're going on the far side. 2-on-1. Gate of the defense. In front of goal. Indiana. Vogelsong with the goal there. Just a clean breakaway there right into the interior. Yeah, it was just a clean breakaway. Vogelsong just able to pitch one right on the top right-hand corner of the goal. Well, we'll chase it after. We saw a goal around the 16-minute mark yesterday. And so here you'll have it. Around 3 minutes and 30 seconds, if I do my math correctly, into part two between the Hoosiers and Falcons. Higgins to take the draw with Chambers, and that one going to be one for the black and maroon. And then taking it back and through is going to be Mark Rudo looking for room. The shot, that's right off the blocker of Gutzman. Going right back for it now. Cross pass going to be trying for it again. Going to be Rock in front. Loses possession. Conway to chase back out into the corner. And so now there you'll have it.
Rosenberg fighting for it.
Going to be chasing after something. Hoover's the one that has possession of it. And so now they'll be waiting for something. Looking to follow through is Hoover, but not quite. Into the corner now. We're going to have the number 13 of McClure to have the puck, and this one will take it right back after. So now here you go. 16:08 left in the first period, and this one will chase right after. And so then in front, then it'll be a shot in the attempt to be made by Burke. Not quite going to follow through fruition, and we'll be right back where we left off, but in front. McClure the opportunity, but no. So then trying for it. Hoover going to have it on the far side, waiting for it, and then finds it. Goes right across, intercepted, but regained back for possession. Higgins has it, going to dump that one in, and then going to be chased after by two Hoosiers. The icing waved off by that, and here they'll go. The rush going to be from John Zach in the corner, has two on him. Gobble able to find it loose. Updike regains the puck. Going to be trying for it, dumps that one in, and then the line of Patton, Gobble, and Updike going to be chasing after. Granica and McMullen going to be the line out for him there. So Granica gets that over to McMullen. Looking for something here. On the far side, waiting for it. He's got three Hoosiers on him. Ends up getting picked up by Rosenberg. So Zach will clear that puck and then regained by Indiana. Going to be trying for something here, and then in front, Patton going to get a knock on it over to Gobble, but ends up getting regained by the Hoosiers and Rosenberg, who now has it on the rush. The shot going to be wide to the left off a deflection, so here you'll have it. Mears now has it, gets it across, waiting through something. Ian Burke there as well, intercepted by Kleinow. Taking it the other way now, Kleinow to Kiesel, the shot. Going to be knocked away, though, by Ren Hunter on the bit of a stick deflection, but Kiesel able to get a knock there on Ian Burke. Going to try to get the momentum rolling, as Indiana will try to rush it again. Pass just a little too far out for Burke, as they'll get a change. Granica going to find Kleinow on the far side. Ends up getting it to Kiesel. Looking for another opportunity. Kiesel in front. McLaughlin in the feet, and no. We'll just get taken on to the corner, and we'll be right back where we left off. In front again. Pass Kleinow. Kiesel there. Ends up getting cleared, though, by the number 17 of Matthew Schmidt. So now Indiana has a bit of a rush. In the skate and then the attempt. However, not going to quite follow through. Nolan Moore had it in his skate, lost possession of it. So dumped right back in. McMullen now going to have it behind the net. Going to see where he chooses to go, finds Kiesel. So now Kiesel with the puck. Looking for something along here. He's got McMullen, who ends up recovering that in the corner. Cross-ice pass, could have been dangerous, but Granica will find McLaughlin, who is trying to dump it into the zone, loses possession and is unable to as well. So now we're taking it back the other way. So there you'll have it. Going to keep this one rolling, and now here you'll have an opportunity ahead, intercepted by Amos. He'll just dump that into the corner and is going to force James Martin to chase after that. So here he'll go. Amos picks it right back up, going to be waiting for something here. So now the puck going right into the far opposite corner. Amos on a bit of a back check. Going to be forcing JT as well out there with the Lake man, Bowden Stoller. All three called to Slater Family Ice Arena, their home in high school. So now Conway going to be chasing it back through, and again has a little bit of pressure, though, getting against James Martin. Conway will lose possession of it. Regains it back out. Webb and Stoller tried to get in there for support near the end of it, but JT Webb will dump it in and get a line change. Everybody moving out. Bentley, Schultz to get out. Hoover, Rudo, and Higgins, as Hoover's there out there to try to get some opposition and pressure. Ted Schultz now with the corner. Going to have it back along and moving on the far side. Hoover going to be trying to battle through with that one in forward. So puck cleared right back out and goes on to the far side. Waiting back and again. 12-17 and counting left in the period. We will go. Just a lot of back and forth for Indiana right now, seeing what they want to do with it. And so here you'll go. Going to be Byram with the puck behind his own net. Higgins on a bit of a rush there, but chooses not to attack behind. And so now here you'll take it. Puck right into the corner for Martin. Going to be trying for something. Bentley as well with it, and takes it throughout. Just behind, waiting for something. Hoover going to jump up a little bit, though, and try to get some help there, and here you'll go. Slavin loses the puck, was the main target there for Indiana. So going back into the corner is going to be Mark Rudo with John Zach as they're chasing after it. Rudo and Gobble there to step up. It ends up getting right knocked back into it. Chambers going to have the puck in the corner, knocks it right back out to the 20 of Rock. But Granica just going to get a clear there, and here you'll have it. Looking it back along, waiting for something right in front, but now you'll take it back, and again, Rock into the corner, trying for something here with Granica. Taken up to the defense, Rudo able to knock it just a little bit free. Updike there now, he's got two on him, but is he able to get out into the net? Puck knocked away, though, by the number 16 of Mears, and it looks like Indiana will take it the other way. But first we will have McMullen. Gets it to Gobble, avoids the offside, the shot just taken wide and out. Bowling Green looking for their first goal of the weekend. We'll see if they can get it. A bit of a cherry pick there for Chambers, looking across in front, and a goal.
A clean setup from Chambers. Chambers just gets it off with a deflection there and then passes it directly to Rock. A clean 2-on-1, easy goal for Indiana.
Jake Rock to get the goal on that regard, and unfortunate for Bowling Green. Now we will take it back within two. And going to be just a bit more of a reset. Now a 2-goal deficit for the Falcons, and we're not even 10 minutes into the game yet.
Yeah, not the start you wanted for the Falcons here, but let's see if they can reestablish themselves here on this face-off.
Well, a line change up ahead. Looks like we'll have McLaughlin, Kiesel, and Kleinow. That line out there with Conway and Gata. And we'll take it away from here, as this one will proceed, and now they'll have it out. Waiting for somewhere else to go, and now The opportunity will be up and away. Just trying for something, and that one going to be just cleared right out. Going to be into the glove for Gutzman.
Rosenberg on the faceoff for Indiana.
And that's going to be a quick turnaround, as we will immediately have a whistle. Looks like we're going to have to change center here. Kleinow no longer going to be at center. We're going to see McLaughlin instead. Bowling Green going to try to win it. A bit of a scruffle here on out between the two of them, and then goes right back out for Indiana. So waiting for something. Now it around the neutral zone, then far into the corner. That will have it. So waiting for something along here. Just need any chance that you can get, as we are now halfway done with the first period. Conway trying to get it right back out, but we'll lose it to Burke. And then an offside going to be called on it. And a shot and then a knock right after on Gata.
Yeah, just a shot right off the momentum there. Just swinging, going directly into Bowling Green's interior there as we reset here.
Well, Gata's been dealing with some issues so far in terms of his health, but really just a knock there and putting his body on the line for these BGSU Falcons. But now it'll go right back and out. The shot attempt right off the pad. Bauermeister tried to get past Martin. Just goes right off the pad. Going to force Indiana to retreat the opposite direction, as they'll try to get a knock there. No icing called after Burke was able to get a piece of it and knock it right back in. So now Webb intercepts the puck and then loses it again. Kiesel able to get it to JT, and now Filer Johnson passes it to Kiesel and then takes it back and away. As Kiesel's able to stay on side, but it'll be to no avail. Burke going to get the puck after a breakout, and we're going the other way. Shot right on Martin, though. Going to be cleared right on out, and we will continue where we were, and a beautiful shot on a screen. Rosenberg.
What a beautiful shot there. I think that was actually Ian Burke, number 8, but that was a beautiful shot there. I would say he was about 10 yards out, and he just nails it in the top left-hand corner.
Well, they're going to rule Ben Rosenberg with the goal. 3-0 the Hoosiers, and an unfortunate turn of events here, but this will take it right back and out where we left off here. As the Falcons wait for something and going to try to get some momentum going in their favor. Just need to get that one goal for the weekend. And a bit of a miscommunication. JT getting knocked down there in the corner with Nolan Moore. And it looks like it's going to pick up a little bit to a 2-on-2 as Bentley's able to get in there for Bowling Green. And Webb unable to get up. Gets right back up. Filer Johnson right into the corner. Going to take it to the far side. And Stoller's going to be there as well with Moore. Yep, and we will have a hand up. Looks like Stoller got his stick just a little bit caught up. We'll see our first penalty of the evening, and a goal almost, and no, sir. The save by Riley Martin.
What a save there. Oh, we have a scramble going down to the floor. Looks like Bowling Green players on top. The other one, I can't see whose number that is.
Well, you know, JT, one of the more, and that's JT there, one of the more undisciplined players for Bowling Green. You thought you'd see it eventually, but right now, I mean, we're going to see how this pans out. Originally, before that, it was just the Stoller trip, and I wonder if they'll call him for it again. Just got to wait this one out and take it. I mean, looks like JT is going to go to the box right now. I would presume an unsportsmanlike conduct, but right now we're having Chambers and Rudo there to discuss it out, the two captains of these squads. So we'll wait through that, but originally all this started with was a Stoller trip.
Yeah, with that Stoller trip, there was already some, I would say, some beef to say from last night. There was about 3 altercations that were about face-to-face, but it looks like Nolan Moore, and I can't quite see who's the other ones there in the penalty box for Indiana, but it has been a chippy series here between the Falcons and the Hoosiers.
Well, they'll rule JT right now with the 2-minute penalty. Currently 2 in the box for Indiana, as there was kind of a 2-on-1 scenario after the whistle. I would presume they're going to give him an unsportsmanlike conduct. JT not too thrilled, obviously, but looks like, I don't know if it was just Stoller didn't. It looked like clear as day to me that Stoller tripped him. But I wonder if he's just going to get a bit of a get out of jail free card because of that.
Yeah, it looks like they're probably going to give it to him. But Chambers, the captain for Indiana, is talking with the referee once again, just trying to hear his story of it, his point of view of it, to see why exactly both those two are in the box right now for the Hoosiers.
Well, currently 5 on the ice for Bowling Green, 3 actually on the ice. Well, yeah, 4. Didn't quite see there in the discussion with Burke right by the bench. But looks like they will be 5-on-4 hockey. And looks like the discussion hasn't stopped. They're trying to be some commentary going on, but between the two of them, and I mean, I will say, Blake, I don't know what they're talking about, but I doubt it's what they're going to have for dinner tonight.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it. Honestly, I don't know what really made it so heated there other than the tripping you mentioned on before. I haven't really seen this as a rivalry before as being a Bowling Green Falcon fan. So we'll see how we can resettle down here on this new face-off.
Well, especially being in the same conference, maybe that goes into play. But nonetheless, we'll get right back to the swing of things. 2 minutes on the clock for Indiana, 1 on for Bowling Green. Will be a minor to JT Webb. Rudo intercepts the puck, though, and gets it going the other way. 5 Falcons out there and only 4 for the Hoosiers. Puck knocked away back into the corner, and we will be right off where we began. As that one goes to Granica, the shot wide right. As he tried for that, puck loose again. Rudo will pick it up, playing defense currently. Looks like they're playing McMullen on the right wing. Goes back to the neutral zone, and that will be the result, and we're going to have a whistle as Rudo will clear the puck, and they're going to give one to Granica here.
It looks like
they're going to give him a roughing.
Whoa. Looks like some frustration on the Falcons side. Some voices being raised here on this side. Just flinging up the puck in frustration after that play.
Well, Rudo will make his opinion known in terms of what he thinks and being a leader on this team, but right now we'll take it back and wait. Looks like Kleinow is going to be taking the draw at that line out there with Updike and Kiesel. And so now both teams have 2 penalties as Indiana takes it right from the point, and that will be a quick turnaround as we'll stop play again.
Yeah, as we stop play here again, just like to remind the audience, we do not encourage any fighting or any vulgar things like that as we come here for this new face-off.
Well, and looks like a bit of a misstep, just a second. Going to be taken right off this clock, so that will be the result of it. But beyond that, we'll take it right back again. So now right at the defense, going to be waiting for it along here. McClure has the puck, takes it right back into the corner, looking for Rosenberg at the right wing. Going on the far side, though, Updike going to try to chase that one in. No icing called as Uppy will take that one into the corner. Going to have a Hoosier on him, though, just stepping right in for that one. Going to be Paul McClure. He'll take it the other way over to Rosenberg. Now into the corner to Burke, and that will go. Burke knocked away by Martin. The poke check there will stop it as Conway gets that over to Updike. Waiting for something along here. Going to try for it and goes right back along. Not quite, though, and here you'll have it behind the net. So Burke now has the puck behind. Gets a little bit of a knock on it is Kleinow, but nonetheless we'll keep it going as we approach near the end of the first period. Around 23 seconds left in the Webb penalty, as well as the penalties for Nolan Moore and Matthew Schmidt, as they will get out here soon. Still 54 seconds left in the Granica penalty as this one going right back out. The shot attempt and blocked by Isaiah Byram. Out in front, Bentley going to be chasing Byram now around the Buffalo Wild Wings sign. They're going to be chasing through again here. So that one gets cleared. Granica still in the box. Looks like Webb was serving a 2 and a 10 if I had to presume. But they'll take it right back where in the zone and then goes right through. Trying for something along here. Going to be on the rush will be Rock. Rock loses possession of it, but gets it right back, and so does Byram. moving it to the neutral zone as we will proceed along here. 10 seconds left now in the Granica penalty. But right in front on Martin, trying for it and looks to find the opening, and no. We'll be going right back to Rock. Rock from Byram to Rock again, the shot. Looks like there was no screen. Martin makes the save as Byram in front. Puck knocked away by Bentley. Rudo going to be chasing him back up again. Going into the corner now, waiting for something along here, and we'll have it. So Higgins going to chase it right back and through to Schultz on the far side. Trying to go back right after it is Bauermeister, but not quite able to follow through. So now Filer Johnson on a bit of a rush, trying to regain possession, but not quite. Right in the way of him is Ren Hunter. So now on the far side, waiting for it is going to be Bauermeister. Tries to get that in front. Going to be tripped up a little bit by Bentley, and now here you'll go. Schultz with the puck now. Behind, chooses to go left. Over to Stoller. Going to be a bit of a saucer behind Amos. Not quite able to get a hold of it. Filer Johnson there for support with Tanner. So now waiting through, and again, Schultz going to try to get possession away from Rosenberg as he'll pass that one out to the far side, and we'll wait it through again. Hunter now has the puck, then regains it over to Bauermeister. In front is Bauer, and here he goes. Right by Schultz, the shot off the blocker of Riley Martin. And then a one-timer just taken right after it as well by Rosenberg. And looks like that offensive play will end. And no, it begins again. Rosenberg regains possession off the Filer Johnson interception. Bit of a Gretzky turn. Looking in front, right across is Hunter. And no! The puck will be loose and the puck will be cleared. 4:10 and counting remain in the period. Two majors still being served, and now here you'll have it. Rosenberg tries to get that one up and across. McLaughlin going to pick up the deflection. Going the other way now, here you'll have it. As Kleinau is able to get the dump in on that one. And chasing that one back and through and away again. So now waiting for something, going to have it and going to wait. Battling into the corner is Gata, just going right after into it there with Kleinau. But right back and through will be Burke. Burke has the puck looking for somewhere to go, up high and across. The shot and the attempt's going to be made by Grimes, and that will be a no, sir. The save by Martin.
The save by Martin once again. Grimes just tries to fling one out there, but almost like a football. Grimes catches it right at chest level as we get settled down for this reestablished faceoff.
We'll take it right back here and follow it back through as this one going to get right across and again back for Gata as now we will take it the other way where we were. Cross pass over to Kiesel and then back to Kleinau again. Kleinau with the puck, just going to try to knock it a little bit over to Kiesel, and we'll wait through it again. So right back across, the pass going to be made by Zach, and now right into the corner. Cross ice, the attempt made by Grimes, but picked up by Conway. Conway to Kiesel, and then back to Zach, over to Grimes again. He'll have the puck over to Zach, behind and then waiting through it again. Grimes right out, and then a bit of a rush here going to be for Indiana as Ford has the puck, loses it to McMullen, gets a good clear off the glass. So this will go back to Paul McClure on the Indiana defense, and we will proceed along accordingly. So right in front, Higgins knocks it out to Mark Rudo. The shot by Rudo off the skate, and that will be all she wrote for the play. John Zach gets in the way.
Yeah, John Zach getting in the way there. Just a quick slap shot from Bowling Green. Just ricochets up in the air, gets out of the field of play. But there's some offense for Bowling Green. Let's see if we can work on that.
We'll just have to capitalize on the chances here right now. So we have less than 3 minutes remaining in the first period of play. So now this one going right back and through, and again, going to be just the opportunity that is needed. And then here you'll have it. Going to be Nolan Moore with it, and then takes it back and through. Granica going to pick that puck up. Chasing right back after it again, so here you'll go the other direction. Going to be Rudo with it. Possession. Finds it over to Hoover and not quite. Looks like Hoover getting into a match, and Hoover knocked. You don't see that too often, but Hoover, the big man, going to be taken down by James Martin.
Yeah, you don't see that too often. The big man getting knocked down. As you can see here, it looks like it could be number 15 I see there.
Well, yeah, Martin will be the one. They'll
give
Hoover a penalty, I would presume, for the original hook. Surprised that Hoover did not retaliate, but that is a good thing that he didn't, because now he'll just be walking in with, I would presume, a 2-minute minor for the hooking instead of what could be much worse.
Yeah, it's time to settle down for Bowling Green, especially off this crazy start from basically a fight down here to the hooking gone wrong down here. Can we just calm down and settle down as a team is probably the biggest thing for Bowling Green, especially after that fight. They seem to lose some offensive momentum. If we can just settle down here and reestablish somewhat of the offense we had to start in this first period in these final 2 minutes.
Well, and just got to try to get it through. And I'd say the biggest thing right now for Bowling Green is they just need to shut it down. Because if you're down 3, I mean, you remember the 2019 Blue Jackets came back from being down 3 in a period. So hopefully we can see Bowling Green do this again. If they are able to notch one in this period, make the lead 2, that would be huge as well. As Higgins will take the draw against Chambers. Seen the two of them match up a lot so far this weekend. Taken back to Chambers again, and then taking it back and away will be Labotvich as that one lost. Block shot, though, by Chambers from Higgins and in front, and a play stopped by Gutzman.
Yeah, Gutzman just stopping that play off that face-off. That puck was just kind of scrambling around there for a while until finally he was caught by Indiana.
So this one taken back the other way. Minute 56 left in the period as we will roll along. Mears now has the puck cross ice. Looking for his target, kind of finds it, not really. Rockno into the corner to Granica. As they'll try to battle for it along and going to go out. McMullen on a bit of a rush. He's been pinching a ton this weekend. Good for him, though, to step back. Indiana forced to retreat to the neutral zone, and McMullen taken down. Loses his edge there, just going right into the corner with Rock. Or I guess more of just the board. It wouldn't really be a corner, but nonetheless, back to McMullen. Rudo now drops the puck for him, and Mark going to be alone in the offensive zone. Higgins there as well, but will find the puck going back into the neutral zone. Now Bowling Green's defensive territory. McMullen now with the puck. Looking for somewhere to go, not quite sure where he will get it. Just tries to get it over to Higgins, and Higgins will dump it in. Gutzman forced to make a play now. Rudo picks it up. No help there. He has a shot on net. Gutzman will recover. A rough, unfortunate change for the Bowling Green offense.
Yeah, what an unfortunate change for the Bowling Green offense, especially with Rudo having a pretty good shot there, but it's just picked up by Gutzman once again. That was a pretty good stop there for Indiana's goalie.
47 seconds left in the Hoover penalty. Going to try to get the knock away from it, and not quite. Burke, though, going to find something and just takes it the other way, but then right back and across and through will be Zach, and then takes it. And Zach, the shot blocked by Schultz. It looks like that'll actually stay in play. Not going to hit anything, but gets past Bentley and then along. 8-on-8 action as Burke is able to get that one back and through. Going to find his target in Zach. Zach tried to get it on the net. Gobble to get a bit of a piece of it and takes it back the other direction. So now there we'll go. Burke has the puck. Drops it on the near side to Byram. Picked up by Schultz again, waiting for something. Less than 20 seconds left. 6 seconds left in the Hoover penalty. And there will be 3 in the penalty for James Martin. Just pass far and out. Burke the attempt, though, after the pass from Rosenberg. Gets it back and away again. Going to be trying for something here. Bentley able to clear it, and that will be the end of the period, folks. Off of a fast and hard shot from Bentley. So we're going to take a bit of a break here, and then we're going to have some intermission analysis as we clear the ice and get it set for our second period of play. So don't go anywhere. Thank you so much for joining us on a beautiful, I'd say, Saturday afternoon. You saw us Saturday morning. You'll see us Saturday afternoon as well. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back for BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. And welcome back, everybody, to the Slater Family Ice Arena. We're going to wait just a little bit here as we proceed to second period hockey here for BGSU Club Hockey on YouTube. I'm Dan Ridenour, joined alongside Blake Schultz. And boy, oh boy, what a period that was, Blake.
Yeah, that was quite a period. Just looking back at some things, big thing for Indiana was Ben Rosenberg as a passer. I would say 2 of the 3 goals were set up off Ben Rosenberg's pass, establishing a strong offense for Indiana, along with Chambers setting up a presence on the interior for Indiana. Big thing for Bowling Green is, of course, settle down those emotions right now. After practically a fight over here by the goalie and a hooking call about gone wrong, but that was reestablished as number 15, James Martin, knocked down the big man for Bowling Green. He was able to stay calm. Bowling Green was able to stay calm even through that. Big thing for Bowling Green, of course, I'm going to mention this 1,000 times. They somewhat had an offensive light there starting this period, forcing some things to Indiana. They may not have been able to set up some things on the perimeter or interior, but they were getting it down here towards the zone and getting it near their goalie. They were able to set up some shots. They just looked better overall, but once that fight happened, that kind of killed momentum a little bit. You did see one pretty good shot and goal after that, but offense once again for Bowling Green.
Well, the offense for Bowling Green needing to carry it on, and unfortunately there were some close chances. Ridenour able to chase that one in and then, try to get the shot and just, was right behind Gutzman, stole the puck from the clear. But difficult indeed. I mean, you take a look right now also around the TSHL in terms of how they're doing. And I mean, the games for today was Michigan-Dayton, Louisville, West Virginia, Ohio State, and Denison. After a 17-1 victory for the Buckeyes, again, they will be successful over Denison in a 9-3 final score. That's the only final result that we have for you right now, as we will keep you updated in terms of how the rest of the T goes. But, we talked about a lot in that gap in the conference yesterday, Blake, and how Bowling Green's 6th, Indiana's 5th, and even though the Hoosiers have twice the amount of points as Bowling Green, still being somewhat competitive in the standings.
Yeah, still somewhat competitive in the standings. I can see here the big divider there between Bowling Green and Indiana in the standings overall. Both are young teams, but the big thing for Indiana, you can look at their roster, even down to their captain, Andrew Chambers, Ryan Burke, grad state transfer junior. They have 2 strong senior, I don't really say senior leadership, but strong leadership candidates. They're just leading that offense and setting things up and teaching these underclassmen on how to rule that front line and establish themselves offensively on the perimeter.
Well, and they're going to have to take it from there too, absolutely. And we'll see what else can happen for today. I mean, Riley Martin getting the start today that we were able to see. In the 6 games that he's played, he's gotten an 8.58 save percentage. So you've seen that so far. And currently, I mean, you look at the comparison with him and Mitch, and, you say stat-wise, is he the best goaltender you have on your team? And you could point fingers here and there, but I think overall it's not about who's the best in net. It's about who you're going to just go through with in the net and realize that you have really 3 upperclassmen and really 3 solid options at goaltending that you just have as a last line of defense. You just need to get that skaters out there to help support them.
Yeah, you really need that support out there, Dan. It's going to be interesting to see just how they approach this. I've seen how they've approached yesterday, and it looked like they were approaching it well to start the second period, finding the offense in the second period yesterday. I'm very interested to see if they can take what they have learned from this first period, calm it down a little bit, reestablish themselves, and finally get the first goal of this series against Indiana. Just take something away, something positive away for the Falcons is the big thing heading into this second period.
They really need to get some positivity here, as looks like we'll have the lines back out there in just a bit. The horn has sounded. So the referees are out, which means it's about time that we will see the beginning of our second period of play. So just going to wait it through here and see if the Bowling Green Falcons will lose their mind here.
Yeah, let's see if Bowling Green doesn't lose their mind. Similar to the sports teams from this past weekend. It's been a rough week for a Falcon fan in general. Falcons women's soccer surprisingly goes to the MAC championship, loses 1-0 in Western Michigan, and just as of right now, the Falcons have lost in football 27-21 to Eastern Michigan. I don't know what I can say to be positive as a Falcon fan other than to keep your head up. There's always more to look forward to, and let's reestablish and go forward as a team here.
Well, the thing with football, yes, now you are officially ineligible for a bowl game. There's still a lot of anticipation. I mean, you beat Toledo. Obviously, that's a high of the year. But it's just the beginning, really, of the Eddie George era. And how they're going to go from there, I mean, Jim played a little bit today at quarterback. They had struggled with that as well after the Drew Pine situation. But, you know, like you said, yeah, Bowling Green loses 1-0 to Western Michigan in the MAC tournament for women's soccer. Hockey ends up getting 2 right out of the gate against Minnesota State, loses that lead, and then forces it to overtime in the winding moments of the third period, and then loses in a shootout, which was unfortunate, but that game will be right back again. That's going to be a 7 p.m. Eastern start. That will be on 88.1 WBGU FM. Myself, Austin Roos, Nate Hinners, and Nathan Burkett will be in studio for some analysts, and you can catch the one and only Ben Korak on the call for that game. But on the call of this, it's Dan Ridenour and Blake Schultz as we will get set to start again. 2 minutes and 50 seconds will remain in the James Martin penalty that we saw at the beginning.
Yeah, as we saw in the beginning, the Martin penalty will carry over into this period. Martin did see some playing time there early, so maybe it changes Indiana up a little bit. Who knows? You still have a solid roster that's healthy out there. They don't seem to be too affected even after scoring 8 goals last night from the amount of recovery time they were given.
Well, Martin, who has played in his 12th game now and has recorded a goal. We will be right back for this. Puck one right back from Rudo over to Granica again, as we're seeing Mark at that defensive side of things that we have seen recently. So here we go, right back to the swing of it again. Bit of a anticlimactic start, if you will. Bowling Green going to begin on a breakout here, trying to find something to go with them. Gobble going to be forced down, chasing right after it. Granica now has the puck. On the far side, passes it over. Puck barely misses McMullen, as now we're right back into it throughout. So this one going right over to Rudo, and then originally away to Martin, as now they'll have it. 2:08 to go in the current state of the penalty for Martin, but just goes right back and through Rudo. Going to take that one again and away to Higgins. Then back to Gobble, seeing that line out there, looking for a little bit more. Back to Gobble again. He's got the puck right into the corner, chasing after it with Ren Hunter. So this one going right back through, going to be won by Indiana and then just chased away off a clear, and then there will be no icing on that one, but Grimes able to get a piece of it and then just sends it the length of the ice, and we'll go where we left off. So now here it goes with 1:30 left in the Martin penalty. 3 Falcons on that one, and now we're going the other way. Able to hold on to it barely is McMullen. Looking for an option, does a little spinorama, and now we're going the opposite way. He's got Higgins with him, and he's got Hoover. Going to go right back to Rudo. Mark looking for somewhere to go. He'll choose Higgins. Back to Rudo again. Over to the defense. Schultz, can he keep it in? And yes, he can. That just rides the pine for the blue line, but goes right through. Rudo, the one-timer, tried it again. And then Hoover going to try his iconic move that we see in the wraparound.
Yeah, you can see here that wraparound doesn't start without McMullen guaranteeing a offensive spot for Bowling Green on the perimeter to set it up. Just some confusion there in the zone. Bowling Green gets off the scramble, and McMullen tries to do a quick wraparound before Gutzman realize it's right there to cover it up.
Well, Hoover going to try, and now Hoover to take the draw for Bowling Green, and we will proceed. So now going still in the zone. Kleinau able to ensure it just a little bit more, and we'll find it back again. So Kleinau going to find it over to Updike, waiting for something along here. Hoover now has possession of the puck and will follow through. Hoover to Kleinau and in front, and oh, wow, Lanta. Kiesel stopped.
Kiesel is stopped on that goal. What a stop by Gutzman. You got to give it to that goalie there. He's just able to bring that puck in. I want to say there was about an inch from that going in if it wasn't for his glove saving that and scooping it up. What a save by Gutzman, the goalie for Indiana.
So Bowling Green will be an inch short, looking for their first goal of the weekend, currently getting outscored 11-0 in the series against the Hoosiers. Only scored 26 goals so far this season, as Indiana will take it back the other way and win that one through. Looking for it on the far side. Rosenberg in. Updike going to break it up just a little bit. Will fall down through the stick of Burke, and now we'll have it. Kiesel going to knock that one away just a little bit again. Still on the stick, of Burke, as he'll have it on the far side. Schultz a bit out of possession as Kiesel's going to get knocked down a bit by Burke, and then we'll follow through. Updike, though, now on a rush, has Hoover there with him, who's kind of on a forecheck, chasing right after it. But now here it goes. Rosenberg going to get the puck right over. Now Byram will have the puck, and then over to Burke. Burke, the shot going to be right on Martin, and then just goes the far side to no avail. So Kleinau now deep into their own territory, looking for somewhere to go. Kiesel just going to try to flip that one out, and it's Hoover, not quite, but we will have a high stick as Zach tried to play that one in the air.
Yeah, we have a high stick there after Indiana once again coming down, establishing their offense with Rosenberg at the lead, but he gets it stolen away in that little scramble there by the Mommy Bay sign, and Bowling Green reestablishing that offense here. We see some light from Bowling Green here. Let's see if they can carry that on here and get another good attempt at a shot.
Well, Byram will head to the box as Bowling Green now going to have a 5-on-4 that they need. Higgins has it on his stick. Puck knocked away, though, and taken by Chambers. So this one will go to Granica, to Rudo. Waiting for somewhere to go, it's Higgins on the near side. So Anthony will knock that one in, and hopefully Bowling Green looking for some offense here with a man advantage. Gobble down there low with McMullen, and then not quite. McMullen able to steal that one. Goes up the defense, Mark, to Granica. Has to keep it in, and Aiden will. So there it is. Out to McMullen looking in front. Found Higgins. Can't keep it on his stick. And no, sir, the clear. But into the hand of Granica as this one will go. So right back pass intercepted. Almost. Gobble tried to fight for it. The original pass from Higgins. As that one will eventually be dumped in by Anthony. And now here you'll go. On the far side now going to be Jake Rock with the puck. Takes that one pass over to McClure. And then the over and across, and looks like there's some extracurricular, and oh, another one. And yeah, this one's not going to be pretty, folks.
Yeah, this is a fist fight, ground and pound. Number 13 for Indiana is just on top, Paul McClure. And the referees are trying to break it up here, but fists are flying. And both teams are getting pumped for this. This hitting the sticks, hands are clapping, and there is some weird energy going on with this fight.
Well, you know, I went to a hockey game and a fight broke out. You see that, and crazy to see Austin McMullen going to be the one caught up in it for Bowling Green. Not really the guy you would expect either. I mean, more of a laid-back guy, but McMullen just getting in there and using his Buffalo spirit. I'm wondering if McClure said that ranch is what you use for chicken wings and not blue cheese, and that's what started it. I doubt that's the case, Blake, but here we are. We could have an ejection here.
Yeah, it's almost like saying Gatorade's better than water, as you can go back in the day. A good Waterboy reference there, if you guys know what I am talking about. As the captain's talking off with the referee, Chambers himself was even almost dog-talking to one Bowling Green player. It was getting chippy there. Then it turned there into a fight out the corner of my eye. Just one after another. McClure throws the Bowling Green players to the ground, and it's almost like a UFC fight, ground and pound. Both benches erupt with energy, and even in the stands, just the sticks chomping, the energy. It's weird, but here we go. Maybe this is a new sense of energy that Bowling Green needed. Maybe they needed to see a fight. Who knows?
Well, we'll take the rewind on the monitor, and kind of by the looks of things, McMullen steps in, gets right up on McClure. The head kind of was on the boards as McClure was going down just a bit, and yeah, you look at it a little bit more, then McMullen takes him down. They're trying to get up, and then McClure goes in for round 2, and this could be a wild turn of events here, and they're going to have to discuss it here. I mean, I believe per the rules that a fight normally leads to an ejection, they're definitely going to go in the box as McMullen's there, and we're still seeing the serve by Byram. He's got 57 seconds left on his minor.
Yeah, he's got 57 seconds left on his minor. The rest are definitely talking about this ejection to see how it plays out. Yeah, McClure has got some playing time here also in the first and second. I don't think it will affect Indiana too much the way their offense has been rolling, but we'll see how we can settle down, maybe feed off this weird energy that's been created here in this Slater Family Ice Arena as we go for this face-off. And it looks like Chambers might be leading the front for the face-off.
Well, it's going to be Hoover for Bowling Green, and you know, the only ejection that we've seen this season was Ronan McLaughlin, and at also here at the Slater Family Ice Arena, but looks like they're just going to give McMullen and then McClure major penalties. They have not been kicked out, so if I had to presume, they've given them both 10-minute misconducts. No 2 minutes on the board, which would be an indicator of a 2 and a 10. But Chambers signals he's ready. The whistle blows, and looks like we will resume accordingly. As back here we go, just right off the skate, and going to be trying for it back again. So here it goes. Mears going to have an opportunity. Updike now going to have it just a little bit behind. Going to choose to take his time with it, not wanting to hurry things out. But now it'll go just right across. Kiesel going to have the puck. A little bit of a knock there from Chambers, and that will be a whistle just out of nowhere, I'd presume. Yep, they're going to give it to Chambers. Just a bit of a point. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. The puck, though, at center ice, must have gone into the bench and left.
Yeah, see, Bowling Green was just trying to set something up there and just flinks it right into their bench.
Well, trying back and through. Here we'll go. Upside going to regain the puck. And just behind, being a lot more patient with it and looking for an opportunity, seeing that more and more as the game goes on, as Updike will take it right back in again. Schultz now with possession of it, and then gets it over to Kiesel. Kiesel now with the puck going right back and along. Going to have two right on him as Mears is able to make a bit of a stop and a knock right by the Metzger sign. Seems to be the unlucky spot here today. Hoover has it behind. Delayed penalty coming up on Indiana as Martin will leave, and none other than that number 27 of Byram going to leave. So looks like we will see where we were, and another penalty coming up for the Hoosiers.
Yeah, it's 27 hopping right out of the penalty box, just stealing that away. And then a penalty happens. We'll see what happens here. Some new faces, number 19 for Indiana, Garrett Boisemeyer. Sorry, I don't know. Garrett Bartzemeyer for Indiana. We'll see what their defense looks like here, as Bowling Green's offense have actually reestablished themselves here a little bit. Let's see what this faceoff looks like for Bowling Green.
Well, Ray Mears will be taken to the box as this one gets set and right back along. Bauermeister to take the draw for the Hoosiers. So this one going right back out. Martin playing the puck outside of his crease as a bit of a sandwich there for Mark. But then taken right back, it will be Higgins. So Higgins over to Gobble again, waiting for something along here. Has Amos with him. Loses the puck, though, as it's taken the other way by Zach. So then Granica going to try to find something as Aiden has possession of it. Looks like a bit of a lost puck. Just going to wrap that one around and goes over to Gobble. So Seth to Aiden to Anthony. Trying for something a little bit more, and here it goes. Bauermeister to regain the puck, though. Intercepted by Granica. Bit of a move trying to get that one in, as it'll go the opposite direction. Zach going to have the puck and then takes it right back and through. Gobble now over to Higgins, looking for a goal. Behind the net, playing it. Updike the shot, and just barely. The shoulder of Gutzman will get it through. Gobble going to try again. Going behind the net where Higgins just was. High up to the point is Granica. No pressure up high. Rudo to lose possession of it a bit. Granica, the one-timer off the pad. Had daylight, no tip, as Granica keeps that in on the 17-on-17 play with Schmidt. So now Rudo going to be forced backing out to retreat. 13-18 and counting left in the second period. 32 seconds left in the current penalty on Mears. Higgins going to take it now, waiting for somewhere else to go. He's going to have Hoover. Hoover, wide open, daylight, the shot, and a goal!
And a goal!
Ryan Hoover!
Sorry, I got a little excited there, Bowling Green Falcon fans. But that is the first goal of the series for Hoover, leading off for the Falcons. Maybe some energy to come from this. But as you can see here, while I was commenting on earlier, they actually reestablished their offense here that set up the Hoover goal for Bowling Green. Let's go, Falcons.
What a play for the Brookville native. And makes it a 3-1 score now for these two teams. So great play, gets it back and along. They're going to be trying to throw it a little bit here. Indiana going back a little bit more the other way. Burke now has the puck behind. McLaughlin trying to fight it in front. Loose puck, saved and made, but looks for it again is McLaughlin. So now Gaeta going to have it. Trying to lose it again. Dump in by Kiesel, going to find somewhere else to roll. This one going right back out in front. The puck is going to be high from Kiesel. Trying to take the shot on that one. So now waiting back in a little bit more, right into the corner. Going to be waiting for something. And now a bit of a rush going the other way for Indiana. Ford going to have the puck. And then moving it the other way. Here comes an attempt on Burke. Still has it. Looking for room, but no. Gaeta going to get there in time. And will regain possession for the Falcons as that goes over to Conway. Conway, the pass over the stick of McLaughlin. Will this be an icing? And it will. That's all.
And it will be an icing for the, sorry, it looked like, oh crap, my bad. As you can see here, Bowling Green has reestablished himself, heading towards this new face-off. They have controlled the puck here in this second period, in which, if you're a Falcon fan, you are really happy just to see some sort of live offense and actually getting that first goal of the period just a little bit ago. Some confusion on where we're lining up for this face-off here, as Andrew Chambers will get the start for the face-off here for the Hoosiers.
Well, Chamber versus Kleinau now, and underway will go in the second period. Going to be waiting it back and again, as this one will just go high and out and going to be chased through and back again. Looking for somewhere to go is Mears. A bit of an opportunity the other way, though, as we'll see for the Hoosiers, as Slavin going to move the puck just a little bit over and wide. Chambers going to be the one with the puck now, as this one's chased right back and in. Amos going to have the puck, loses possession of it though, and he'll take the under on that direction, and we'll see where this can go. Mears going to try to find it, and then not quite. So Mears going to take this one back to Rock. Waiting for somewhere else to go, seeing what can happen with it. Filer Johnson had possession of it, loses it a bit, as now Chambers will now have the puck and will break it out using the entire ice. Now a bit of a rush going to be taken by Rock, as he still has it. Bowling Green the change. Bit of a forecheck here, heavily on the blue line by Slavin. Puck eventually dumped in for Indiana. Conway still has it, looking for it. Will lose possession of that one. And then right in front, Chambers gets it across the shot, and a save made by Martin.
Yeah, the save by Martin there. On the slap shot there on the left-hand side Number 4, John Zach for Indiana. It was a nice save by Martin. Martin has showed strong in this second period when Indiana's been on offense.
Will come back, and now it goes again. The draw going to be Rosenberg with it, and then Hoover going to be going in with Mark Rudo. Waiting for where we can see this one going just ahead, and now we'll find it just a little bit through is Carter Grimes, who is battling down there for it again. Waiting for somewhere to go. Rudo in front, loses possession. Hoover there will not get it past Burke. Rosenberg now on a bit of a rush, has Schultz with him, loses possession. Passes out in front to Bentley. Hoover the intended target, but not quite, forces Indiana to retreat. So there you'll have it. Going to be Zach with the puck. Zach getting that one over now to Grimes. Having a bit of a rush. Hoover taken down by Zach, but still the other direction. Bentley going to get that one over to Rudo. Going to get that one out and across. As Mark will wait for something, but still going to get right back and through. 9:55 and counting left in the second period as we take this one away. To wait for something, and along here you'll go. Just got to wait for it in front. Loose puck, and not quite. Higgins was a potential target there, and the defense didn't step up and get him out of there.
Yeah, as you can see here earlier, Owen Bentley shoots it down into the zone, and they're just trying to find something offensively for Bowling Green. Higgins was there, but Gutzmeyer is able to cover that up for Indiana.
And so there you'll go and have it back and again. Draw to be taken, quick shot, and that will be a quick stop and play. Gobble will look to be the original one to take the face-off on that.
Yeah, Gobble having that slap shot there from my left-hand side, pretty far out.
And this one waiting back and through again. Seth Gobble behind the net trying to chase after it. Patton there for a little bit of support. We'll take the puck away now from McClure. But now we'll be going the other way. And that one going to get past McMullen, a bit of a rush. And now here it goes for Indiana. Puck lost though and repicked up by Gobble. Gobble to Updike. We have a bit of a rush here. Here comes Uppy. He's got some room. The shot, and going to just take that one right away.
Updike off the spring momentum there, just sliding in, taking the quick shot for the one-timer, but Gutzmeyer is able to catch that right on his left knee there.
Nate Gutzman with the save out of Geneva, Illinois. So now we'll take it back. Right into the corner, going to just get right on the net, though, as well. And here it goes, backing away for James Martin, and then takes it back and through. Granica now going to just get to try to clear it. Does not hit the ceiling. Play will resume. And now here it goes, and a bit of a trip. Updike trying to get in there. Then Patton going to dump it through. Updike there in a bit of a rush, but it will go right back to the Indiana defense, and James Martin has a bit of a 2-on-2 filing after it. Puck dumped right back in. Updike going to get a change here with Patton. Looks like Kiesel's going to get out there with McLaughlin. Granica and McMullen still staying on defense. As McLaughlin gets that one back. Going to try to find something. Kiesel there on the rush and momentum, but not quite. Just having to take it back and through. Back to McMullen now. Waiting for something to go, and not quite. So now we'll wait back and through for McClure. Puck right back into the far corner, though, as now we'll take it the other way. McMullen has possession of it. Dropped right just back to Granica. Granica, the intended target was Kiesel. Loses possession of it, though, and here you'll have it. Mears, the one with the puck. Far side to McLaughlin. In front, going to try to find it just off the glass is McMullen. Not able to get a piece of it, though, is the Bowling Green offense. So right in front, puck still stays in. Going to try to get that one across. Right in the corner, waiting for it now will be Vogelsong, but still not able to get anywhere. 7:40 and counting remain in our second period as we'll kick this one away. So right in front, going to try for something is McLaughlin. Still a lot of room there up ahead. Need to keep the energy going. Intercepted play, though, by Kleinow, and here it goes. As Kiesel now going to have it, chasing right through. Still has the puck as Kiesel. Going to look for something up ahead. Updike in the corner, but misses it. So now we're waiting back and through. And still in front is Kiesel, but no. So they'll fight this one back just a little bit more. Stoller in front. Going to be chasing through and back again. Conway on the attack heavily. Hinching up a little bit there we saw, but still nonetheless. Behind the net now will be Indiana. Nobody in front. Puck picked up by Stoller. Here we're going the other direction. So now 6:47 and counting left in our third period. Puck taken right back over to Huter. The intended target going to be the number 20 of Rock. And now we'll be in the neutral zone. Puck dumped in by Stoller. Hits the corner of the net. Amos going to be there as well for support with Webb. Stoller staying more back. But now another rush we'll have right in the head for Chambers. And then back and through. The shot to be attempted by Rock in front to Martin and no good.
Yeah, the shot attempted by Rock there to Martin. Martin with a nice stop there, just closing it between his knees. Just a simple breakaway there on his left-hand side. Trying to set something there for Indiana, but a simple shot, a simple stop.
Simple indeed. Hoover able to get a clear there. Going to have Rudo there on a bit of a rush. Still having momentum and breathing room to go, but behind the net and still using his speed is Carter Grimes, who will have the puck. Grimes gets that one out and then shaking it back and through. Chambers was the target he had. Rock with the shot, and Schultz will knock it away. So now Slavin has the puck, looking for somewhere up high, looking for it back again. Slavin with the puck now. Where will he go? It is uncertain, but he has it right back out. Goes up to the defense. Puck taken away. Hoover now has it, battling now with Byram, and this one will go right into the corner. Hoover trying to get past him, a bit of miscommunication in terms of where he was going, but now we'll have it back the other way and an opportunity ahead. So Chambers going to be the target. Chambers going to have it, and we'll get that one out into the corner, and here you go. So now just a lot of battling and a lot of waiting for what will go on. Puck taken away to the corner. Bentley going to be the target to have it. Looking for somewhere to go. Bentley trying to battle it along with Slavin. Intercepted, though, and then taken right back into the corner. And a bit of a rush now here for Rosenberg. Just back into the corner again that we're seeing it. Slavin has the puck now. Looking for something he can go. Bentley battling him for it, but just the puck will slide right back out. In front for Indiana, but not quite. Rudo going to have it and tries to get that one up to Byram on the defense, as that was an attempt to clear, but will not quite go to fruition. Tripped up will be Rosenberg. Puck forced back to the neutral zone. Grimes has it in his possession, and so now they'll try to find somewhere else they can go. A lot of breathing room right now for Indiana in their own territory, seeing if that will follow through and continue on in this trend. But right back and through. And again, the shot. Martin the save after Rosenberg with the attempt.
Yeah, Rosenberg just breaks one off there and just has a clean shot on Martin, but Martin once again just falling directly on it, making the stop once again for the Falcons. Martin has looked pretty solid here in this second period.
So here we go back again. 4:24 and counting remain in the period. Looks like McMullen having a tough time to get up, and we'll try to get back into the play, and here it goes. Right in front, though, is Rosenberg. Puck knocked off the peg. Looks like McMullen going to get a bit of a hit on Rosenberg.
Yeah, gets a hit on Rosenberg. We establish some more offensive control here, hopefully for the Falcons coming in this new faceoff.
4:11 and counting left, and now here it goes. Battling back through it again. Burke has the puck behind Bowling Green's net, and then we'll just take it back around. Just making circles, as that one will stay in the zone just barely is what it'll be ruled. And now Martin will dump that one back in. So now waiting back for it again, as Gobble will take that one right back into the corner. Rosenberg going to be fighting for it, and a shot right in front, saved by Martin into his chest.
There is that man. I think I've said his name like about a bajillion times in the past 2 minutes. Martin just making that save once again with 3 minutes and 44 seconds here in this second.
And now we take it back and away again and get to the place where we originally were. Time running out for the second period, folks, and an offside call McLaughlin on a rush. They'll rule that Kiesel was offside.
Yeah, just rule that momentum's just swinging in from Kiesel, just got to him with that offsides call. Let's settle down and reestablish this offense here, Falcons.
Well, what a momentum killer if you're Bowling Green, and now you have to get back into it. But going to be dumped right back in for Granica, and now we'll take it through and again. Kiesel going to have the puck with Kleinow in front as McLaughlin. Pass on the rebound, loose puck, save made, and is there another? Looks like McLaughlin going to get into it a little bit, but they're going to stop before things can go AWOL.
Let's settle down here, Falcons. Getting chippy once again with Indiana Slavin and another player for Indiana. Let's calm this down, Falcons.
So we resume. Kleinow to take the draw, going right up against Trowbridge. Puck loose and going back and along again. So here he'll go. 3:10 and counting left in the third period. Shot going to be attempted by Moore and just goes and deflects way out. So we'll be right back where we left off. So now this one going back and out to Mears. And they'll chase this one back and again. Into the corner now is Trowbridge. Waiting for something. Play right on Martin, but not quite. And a bit of a trip up there on McMullen. The play will be called. And looks like we will see Matthew Schmidt for his 10th penalty a minute of the season. We'll go to the sin bin.
Yeah, you really hate to see that there for Indiana. But once again, it was chippy earlier. So, oh crap, my pen just fell apart in my hand because how much I was squeezing it over that penalty play.
Yeah, and just a turn of events here after that, and we'll be right back and through it again. I'm going to wait for something, and now 2:46 and counting left in the period, so now we're back through again. And going back for it now, Schultz has possession of the puck. We'll try to find Updike. Updike now has an opportunity ahead. Puck loose, though, and missed by Rock. Jake has the puck and then loses it back again as Kleinow will get possession of it and then takes it back over to Schultz. And a puck in front, though. Updike breaks up the play, tried to get Schultz there, or no, excuse me. They tried to get Chambers there in front, and then Hoover able to avoid an offside, a bit of a forecheck heavy as he'll get the play across to Updike. Pass barely missed, kept in the zone though by Uppy. So now Hoover has possession of it. Just going to take that back into the corner to Kiesel. Kiesel now back to Hoover again. The shot in front and just a save made by Gutzman.
There's Gutzman once again. Just a quick shot from Bowling Green. Just stopping it right between his legs. Once again, a simple look right on your left side. Bowling Green has maintained puck control in these final 2 minutes.
Well, they got one currently, need to get another here for the end of the period. Not a lot of time to do so, but here we'll be going again. Schmidt currently serving 1:05 to go in his penalty. As Bowling Green feels like they're shot through the heart right now, needing to get back. Only down 2 currently in the second period.
Yeah, shot through the heart, give Love a bad name. Let's see what the Bowling Green Falcons can do on this faceoff.
And goes and back again. Onto the stick of Granica, offside, high stick avoided. McMullen was the intended target, not going to go to him though, and however we will go the other way. Martin going to have possession of it and then takes it right back into the corner with Granica. And then there is Higgins as well. 45 seconds to go in remaining in the Schmidt penalty as it'll go right back and across. Gobble now out there after the line change. Rosenberg getting in his way. McMullen with the shot is not able to get that one on in time. And so we'll have 2 right into the corner. Higgins there to help through. Playing a bit more of an F3 role right now as this one will go right back up for Burke. Gets past Higgins and now we're going the opposite direction. So it's Burke. He's got Rosenberg on his side. Just gets right past Granica and is knocked. But McMullen's able to get that one over to Higgins. 10 seconds now, 9. And a high play for Rudo. Tries to get that one in. No high stick will be called. And here you'll go back for it again. So even strength now for Indiana. Gotta have to get a defenseman back. Gaeta will follow through. Coming out now will be Vogelsong in exchange for Schmidt. Now battling down, it will be Gobble waiting for it with Rudo and going to keep it going along here. And We'll see where this can go, but a bit of a breakout now. Indiana going to try to find it, and this will be an icing called. And we'll stop the play with 23 seconds to go in the second period.
Yeah, as we stop the play here on this icing call, you have 23 seconds. You're thinking, what quick and easy shot can we set up offensively? Maybe on the perimeter, maybe in the interior, but it seems like the perimeter is where they're getting their best looks for the Falcons here.
We'll take it from there and see what the options away are. And so now there you'll have it. Puck right back and out. Burke going to be the target and man who's able to take that one through. And now here it'll go. Right back into the corner again. And now it'll be McClure. 7 seconds and now 6 and counting remain. And here it'll be Kiesel. Needing to get something quick. Klein out of the target. Back to Kiesel again. Burke in the corner fighting for it. And Kiesel not going to be too happy. And we'll see Kiesel get right back into it again. He's with Vogelsong, and this one will continue on.
Yeah, you hate to see it, but some more pushing and shoving. That's a common appearance here in this game so far. You had 2 Bowling Green players and Indiana players. I didn't quite see the numbers. Just pushing and shoving by the Quick Loan Depot sign over there. So head back here to the locker rooms, and we'll see what happens for the Falcons here.
Well, we'll take it back in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with some analysis as we head into the third period. We will be right back. This is BGSU Club Hockey here on YouTube. around here is what's level. But like at 20 is where you like to have it. And then that's your gain. That'll also take you up a little bit. But
Testing, testing. Testing, testing. All right. Okay, there we go. I think we got it. I think we're back, hopefully. Well, it shows it's good on my screen. We are frozen on YouTube, though. Okay, we are back, Falcon fans. I am sorry about that. I am getting used to this technology here. You didn't miss much, just the first 30 seconds. Indiana won the face-off. My partner, Dan Ridenour, had a D1 basketball game he has to be at right now, so I am taking over play-by-play. Excuse me if I get some things wrong. I don't have a lot of experience on the play-by-play, but here we go. As you see, Riley Martin for Bowling Green takes it back into the zone. Number 17, Matthew Schmidt for Indiana. Let's see here. Going back here for Bowling Green, number 17 sets up the shot. And we have Rosenberg on the breakaway, one-on-one for Indiana. Rosenberg sets up the shot, but that is stolen away from Bowling Green. By Bowling Green, I am sorry about that. Number 6 on the breakaway. Shot flings over the head of Gutzmeyer. I'm so sorry. As you can see, Rosenberg fighting for that puck here. Just trying to set something up for Bowling Green, number 6. Trying to do a little hook and ladder around the goal, but that is blocked by Indiana. Rosenberg gets the puck once again. We have on the breakaway here, Andrew Chambers. Oh, sorry, that is Ian Burke. Bowling Green steals it, but that is stolen again by Indiana. Bowling Green just trying to set up something here offensively, but Indiana doesn't want to back away and want to reestablish their offense here to start the third. Hooks it back around in the zone. Number 24, Brady Ford for the Hoosiers. Chasing for that puck, number 15, Martin, that was previously in the box. Number 12 recovers it for Bowling Green. Martin once again chasing it back down. Indiana usually, I would say, most hockey teams like to penalize in a way for the players that have been in the box, but looks like they're using Martin extremely well here, just using the fresh legs. They're not really caring about the penalty box that much as a team's sake. Gutzmeyer just deflects that off his shin there. Setting up something here. Number 26 for Indiana, Nolan Moore. And it is a shot way off to the left. Bowling Green just flicks it down there into the zone. And that is called for icing. As you see here, some new faces here for Indiana. Andrew Chambers, number 20, Jake Rock, number 18, Luke Slavin. Oh, sorry, I have not been adjusting the times. I am very sorry about that. I'll get the time correct here. Sorry about that. Get it back down to the time it's supposed to be at, but technically having a little bit of technical difficulties. Come on. All right. There we go. We are at the time. Oh, actually, so sorry about this. There we go. We're at the correct time now. Sorry about that. I did not start the clock. I started announcing before the clock. Andrew Chambers is shoved once again. Getting a little chippy here between the Falcons and the Hoosiers like we saw earlier and last night. That's probably one of the biggest things we've seen from this game is the chippiness. Even with the goalie, Gutzenmeyer got knocked off by his own teammate Chambers. Oh. I am so sorry. Stop right there, 15-24. All right. Number 19, Indiana, Garrett Bertzmeyer on the lead. And clock's a little second off, but I am not no tech expert. But Bowling Green gets it once again. Number 21 trying to set up something, but Gutzenmeyer is just able to catch it with his left hand. And it is a simple stop for Indiana because they have a pretty good goalie that has shined out here, Nate Gutzman, the sophomore from Geneva, Illinois. Start here again on the face-off. Indiana gets the puck. Bowling Green just fighting for it once again. It looks like Rosenberg there in the pile. Bowling Green gets it. Number 15 leads the Falcons, and it's dropped off by the Maumee Bay sign. Number 24, Brady Ford, just passes along to number 21, Grant Volsengang. Number 13, Paul McClure for Indiana, sets up a shot. Number 10, Ryan Burke, attempts another one-timer. 17, Matthew Schmidt, trying to retrieve the puck there. 24 catches it, Brady Ford for Indiana. Matthew Schmidt, once again there, just trying to get something. And it is getting chippy down there between the goalie and number 17, Matthew Schmidt. It is 13:37 on the clock. See here, number 28, Jack Trowbridge, getting on the scoop around, just flings it back into the zone. Once again, Trowbridge trying to retrieve that puck back behind the goalie, trying to set up something here offensively for the Hoosiers. Nolan Moore deflects it back out to Matthew Schmidt, his teammate, and is a hard shot far to the right. Number 27, Isaiah Byram for the Hoosiers, just tries to scoop it up from back in his own zone. Bowling Green trying to set something up here as it is mixed up with Carter Grimes for Indiana. A slap shot there for number 7, Lucas Obtadike. That is a new name we have heard here for the Hoosiers. And Martin on the save for Bowling Green. What a good stop there. We're trying to run the clock the best we can. It's currently 12-17. Score is right. After a little chippy there at the end of the play, most I could see there, but Bowling Green and Andrew Chambers come here to face off. Martin on the whiff for Indiana, but is recovered by number 22, Ren Hunter. Number 20 on the straightaway for Indiana, Jake Rock. Bowling Green just fighting for that puck here. Bowling Green has been on the defensive for this most part of this third period. See here, number 24 for Indiana, Brady Ford is coming in. As we get some relievers for Indiana, Ben Rosenberg, number 23, seems to be 23, Carter Grimes. That is my fault. And Andrew Chambers, their captain, going out towards the referees, trying to ask him something, it looks like. But it looks like we have some confusion. 20 is going in the box. I didn't quite see what was happening there. Also, number 17 heads for the box for Bowling Green. As we resettle down here, some confusion, some subs here. Martin's going in really quick, and number 13 for Indiana, Paul McClure, just trying to figure some things out here in this face-off. Ben Rosenberg on the face-off for Bowling Green. Martin flings it out to number 8, Ian Burke, and that is called. As we settle back in for the face-off here, looks like Ben Rosenberg will probably be the starter here for Indiana to get things rolling for this brand new face-off. Number 14 for Bowling Green passes it out. Number 15, Martin for Indiana. Just trying to set up something here. Just doing almost like a ladder, just climbing up with the passing attempts here. Rosenberg leads the way. Shot! And it is deflected off Martin's shoulder. We have a missing stick out here on the ice, or a broken one at least. That's in the field of play. Number 14 retrieves it, passes it back around for Bowling Green. Once again, passes it back around. And we're just playing patty cake out here in the zone with the puck for Bowling Green. Trying to hook it back around. Indiana steals the puck once again. It looks like Ian Burke and it is covered up really quick. Once again, Martin to Martin there. What a cover up for Martin. Is trying to readjust after that shot went directly slightly above his knee and towards the hip. Just smokes him, so hopefully he's okay there. Looks like he'll be all right as we have a new face-off here with Andrew Chambers at the lead for the Indiana Hoosiers. Slavin is peeking. Chambers gets it out, flings it back towards the zone. Basically does a hook around. And then number 4, John Zach, passes to Andrew Chambers. Chambers does a quick little shot there. See if Bowling Green can get out of their own territory here and set something up offensively. They've been pinned their backs to the wall for a good chunk of the start of the period. Number 9, Andrew Chambers, once again on the leadway for the Hoosiers. Passed it to Slavin, but Slavin just misses it. There is number 4, John Zach, once again, just trying to make something happen. Andrew Chambers passes it back to number 27 there, Isaiah Byram. Byram just fighting for that puck once again. Almost does a little spin move for the Hoosiers. Number 18, Slavin. John Zach recovers that. Trying to set something up here with Burke on the lead, but Burke misses it. Rosenberg gets it, passes Burke, and he just slides into the wall after a whiff. Tended right towards, it was a shot. I couldn't really tell. Burke trying to set something up offensively for Indiana. Rosenberg on the perimeter, passes it to Slavin, and that is a goal from number 18, Luke Slavin. Had this goal here for Indiana. Sorry. I was just trying to readjust the scoreboard here. Just making sure the score was correct with 8 minutes and 54 in this period. Falcons down 4-1. Let's see what the Falcons can do here. Indiana starts an offense after winning the faceoff. Pass number 10, then it's deflected off Ryan Burke, number 10 for the Indiana Hoosiers. Bowling Green just fighting for it near the Coca-Cola sign here. Just trying to get the puck away. Still fine. Okay, we are setting something up here. Just shoots it down. It looks like number 22 is going to recover it for the Hoosiers. Ren Hooter. Still fine for the puck. Getting a little chippy out here. Number 16 for Indiana, Ray Mears, just trying to set something up offensively for the Hoosiers. As we just have this constant back and forth between Bowling Green, just playing in the zone, fighting for a puck. Almost like a rugby game, just trying to retrieve that puck. With 7:49 here, let's see what the Hoosiers can set up and what the Falcons can do defensively to stop this. Pass number 18. Oh, sorry, that is number 28, Jack Trowbridge. First we've seen him here in a bit. Slap shot, deflected. Bowling Green still fighting for it. Martin recovers it. You can see here shooting down the rink. 26 attempts a shot. That is deflected off Martin. Number 17, Matthew Schmidt. The sophomore once again. Try to set something up for Indiana. Martin deflects it to Schmidt. Schmidt trying to set something up. Pass back to Martin. Attempts a slap shot. Schmidt. Oh, and a quick shove there. And the puck is covered up by Martin. It seems to be a pretty smart move by the goalie here. As you can see here, they were just surrounded by Hoosiers there on the right side. Pretty good call. Martin has done a really good job of limiting goals, especially from last night. He was not in the game, but just to be a solid defender here as a goalie. Number 15, Martin. Slap shot. And is covered, and once again by Martin. Same situation here, but on the opposite side, on the left-hand side, just covered by the black and red jerseys of the Indiana Hoosiers. Andrew Chambers on the face-off for the Indiana Hoosiers. Bowling Green on the straightaway here. Number 15, Ted Schultz, leads it down for the Falcons, but that is quickly stolen away by Chambers. And number 20, Jake Rock for the Hoosiers. Number 8, Ian Burke. Passes number 20. Slavin is fine back there once again. Similar situation that we've had just a couple minutes before. Constantly going back and forth and to each other's zones, just fighting for that puck, almost like a rugby match, just scraping and crawling to get that puck. Slavin goes out, gets off the deflection. I have lost the puck. Some confusion here. I did not see where it deflected. See here for a new face-off. I'm sorry, I'm very confused where exactly that puck ended up. But we have Rosenberg in the face-off for the Hoosiers, trying to get one away and maybe putting a nail in the coffin of this game. Falcons get it once again. Rosenberg steals it again. Attempt to Slavin. Off Ian Burke. Just a simple slap shot that is deflected off Martin's helmet. Number 27 for the Falcons, Caleb Keisel. Burke gets the puck once again on the reflection off the zone, and he just does a little hopscotch. Oh, and he sends it right into the wall. We have Falcons and Hoosiers tripping up. Rosenberg tries to get the puck once again. Deflected out. John Zach on the puck. Burke deflected off. But John Zach is able to just fling it up towards the Buffalo Wild Wings sign. As number 19, Garrett Buzzmeyer, has been on a dogfight here in this corner by the UBS. Ooh, once again, Zach is able to recover that puck. Number 23 for the Hoosiers, Carter Grimes, just flinging it around. Back to Rosenmeyer, back to Bornemeyer. And just trying to set something up. Burke in the confusion. 24 for Indiana. Brady Ford just trying to capitalize on being in Bowling Green's zone. 21 deflects it off a shin. Martin covers it up. Pretty good idea with, it looks like number 20 for the, 24, Ronan McGoughlin for the Falcons was right there, almost able to hook shot it right in, and that would have made the game interesting with 4 minutes to go, only being down by 2 goals. But instead, he had number 4, Brady Ford, on the face-off, winning it for the Hoosiers. Skate down by number 10 for the for Indy, Ryan Burke. Can get a little confusing with the names here with Ian Burke and Ryan Burke, but I don't know if they have any family association or not. Still fighting for the puck. They're Burke and Burke. Pass around. Looks like Ryan Burke just trying to fling it out from the zone, but 2 Falcons are on him. Falcons trying to set something up, but it's stolen again by number 22, Ren Hunter for Indiana. Number 17, Matthew Schmidt once again for the Hoosiers. You've heard his name quite a lot tonight. Hoosiers just trying to set something up here. 17, 2:26. And we have a reset here as Martin covers that up off the breakaway there with 2 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in this third. It has flied by. Let's see here, a new face-off. Seems to be 26 for the Hoosiers, Nolan Moore. Moore gets it, past the 28. Jack Tobridge. Bowling Green just trying to set something up. You have a 2-and-1 opportunity, but it is not anywhere near a Falcon defender. As you see here, some more fighting, scrambling out on the ground. Not actual fist fighting this time. Just trying to get that puck away. It's just been a constant fight behind Martin. And Martin covers that up. And another smart move by number 26, Nolan Moore. Just trying to get a simple slap shot right in the center of Martin. Probably felt that one off his chest plate, to say the least. But, yeah, other than the one goal, Bowling Green's defense has been on lockdown for this period. Yeah. See your Slavin and Chambers, the two, I should say, leaders of this team. Junior and grad state transfer, just there on the face-off, just trying to maintain this lead. In the somewhat miracle of a chance that Indiana has. Oh, I meant Falcons, but talk about Indiana. There's Ben Rosenberg. I'm sorry, that is not Rosenberg. That is Jake Rock. What a goal. That is definitely, if it wasn't already, a nail in the coffin for the Falcons. Yeah. That's not what you wanted to see as a Falcon fan in this closing period. 2 goals let up, but hopefully we can at least make it respectable with getting another goal here. Slavin just shoots it down towards the zone. Number 14 recovers. I should stop saying 14 because that is Liam Conaway for the Falcons. Andrew Chambers picks it back up for the Hoosiers, swings it back out to, seems to be 23 there, Carter Grimes. Flings it out to Slavin. Oh, he does not. I got juked out by my own eyes and the players. Number 27, Isaiah Byram. Another slap shot there. Just deflected and recovered for Bowling Green there for a quick second, and then it's recovered again by Isaiah Byram. Isaiah Byram has got those rebounds here tonight, along with Martin Chambers, are probably the names you've heard most of the time off those rebounds. Rosenberg, you got to respect his play for Indiana, what we've seen so far, and he's going to lead the face-off. 40 seconds remaining in the third period. Bowling Green just trying to set something up offensively, but Indiana is not allowing it. Playing with their foot down here in this final 30 seconds for the Falcons. Against the Falcons. Falcons just try to set something up. Number 19 gets his pass deflected. Number 4 for Indiana, John Zach, steals that away. Chambers intercepts it. Oh, that's my bad. That is Burke. Burke shoots a last-second shot with a second left on the clock. Yeah, that was, I don't know what to call that. That was kind of cheap for the Hoosiers to do that, especially in the final second there, just giving that up. But it was a slap shot. This is the game. It's been chippy all game, even into the final second. I am your color commentator and play-by-play announcer for the third quarter. Thank you guys for all tuning in. There's nothing much else to say other than to shake them up for the Falcons and the Hoosiers. I enjoyed your guys' company tuning in, and thank you guys for all tuning in to this little series finale of the Hoosiers and the Falcons. Once again, we're shaking up here. Some big takeaways I saw that I wasn't able to say earlier, just to list them off. capitalize on power plays and limiting minor calls was a big struggle there in the second. Third, it was defensively there, but Bowling Green showed some light. Some big things you can take away is, of course, finally scoring in that second period and showing some offensive sign of life. You can just see the gap here between Indiana and Bowling Green here in the conference, between the 5th and the 6th spot in the conference. I don't know what else to say other than on to the next one. Thank you for having me, and have a good rest of your night, Falcon fans. A Ziggy, Falcon up.